Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new Let's Play. That's right, Franchise Hockey Manager 9 is out. And we're going to see how this game works right from the very beginning. I have not. This is literally the first time I loaded the game up. I downloaded it about 5 minutes ago, and we are going to see how things work. So I want to... I'll deal with this afterwards because I have to shut the game off to do it. So we'll turn the music down. I don't think I need to do anything here. No, I'm fine with the dark skin. We'll go windowed for now. All right. So before we get into this, let's just get the self-promotional nonsense out of the way. With this being episode 1, guys, please leave the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Let's get this game out there. 2 of my 3 largest videos of all time in terms of number of views have been Franchise Hockey Manager videos. My first video of Franchise Hockey Manager 7 is my 3rd highest video, and episode 1 of my Sabres playthrough last year is my second most watched video. So let's see if we can get Franchise Hockey Manager 9 up there. Also, if you're interested, I'm going to leave a link to my Discord in the description below. It's a small Discord. There's only about 30 or 35 of us, but we have some fun and we like to talk sports. So anyway, let's get into Franchise Hockey Manager 9. So we're going to do a standard game. This is going to be Kraken YouTube. We can start on opening night, which is the only night we want to start on. We will click OK, and we will. And I'm assuming that the load times are still going to be slow. We will see while we're waiting for this. It is Tuesday, November 8th. So those of you in the United States, I hope you were able to get out and vote today. That is our civic duty as citizens of this nation to get out and vote and make your voice heard. I'm currently recording this video with my I voted patch on, so get off of my soapbox. But yeah, while we're waiting for this to load, guys, again, leave the video a like, subscribe. We're going to leave every single league active, so it is going to be a slow sim like it always is. Leave the video a like, subscribe. Leave a comment, etc. I am not going to play in challenge modes. I like to be able to go day by day. So yeah, we'll click no there. We are the owner of this, the general manager of the Seattle Kraken. So we're just going to be around, and then the last name is going to be the World Sports. It's fine. We are going to be American because I am American. And the city of birth, I'm going to be from Lynn, Massachusetts, because that is where I was born and raised. We're going to leave my birthday the way it is. You don't need to know what my birthday is. We are going to go as the GM and head coach. We are going to start with the Seattle Kraken. Reputation automatic. We're going to go can't be fired because I'm not interested in being fired. And I love that they added this to it so we can set up, I think we did 45. I think we did 45. 35. This should be 25. Wait. These 4 numbers should equal 100. Why is it equaling like 140 or whatever? Oh, so maybe these 2 have to equal 100? Nope. Some random ass numbers in here, guys. Random ass numbers. All right, we'll do it like that. All right, so offensive preference. I like to play an offensive style. Physical preference, I like to be physical. GM templates, we are going to go with Wheeler Dealer. And coach templates, we are going to be good with kids, because that's kind of how we're going to build this team. So it sets everything the way we like it, which is fine. Negotiating skill, yes. Self-preservation, I don't really care about, because we're not going to be, we're not going to get fired. So we'll put 2 points there, 1 point there. We'll click OK, and we will initialize the game. So this episode is just going to be sort of a preview of the game. Not going to go into a lot of the changes, because a lot of the changes we're not going to see yet. Like, there's a lot of changes in the actual 3D gameplay, so we'll take a look at a couple of those games as we go forward. There's an overhaul to the game's AI in terms of the trade capability. You have a Make This Work Now button in the trade screen. College leagues, which is really, really cool. I'm probably going to do a University of New Hampshire Let's Play offline. There is there's a whole new personality built into the game, where teams form cliques and they don't like players, and the decisions you make to a clique can affect the rest of the team's morale, which I think is pretty neat. So we will play with all of that stuff as we go forward. But again, yeah, it's got to load every league, every player, so this is going to take a minute. So I will be back once that's done. All right, here we are. I don't even know where to begin. Let's go to, let's go to our mail. Welcome to Seattle, 3-year contract. We're not going to get fired, so that doesn't matter. Draft, this page looks the same. Connor Bedard, still the overwhelming number one option. I love the fact that everything is on the same page now. Before these and this were on separate pages. I love it. Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's look at, what did it want us to look at? What did it suggest we look at? Teams roster, depth chart, and personnel. All right, so teams roster. Let's go to the roster and see what we see. So Matty Benair is our top player. Played 9 games for us a year ago, scored 10 points as a 19-year-old coming right out of Michigan. So there are a couple of pieces in kind of in the coffers here, right? Benair and Shane Wright, who was the number 1 pick a year ago. I don't know that he looks good. I don't know that he's necessarily ready. I feel like we have to build around these two, and maybe just stick them both on the same line and just call it a day. Stick Wright on the right wing and call it a day. He's got a 14 face-off, which isn't great. Yeah, I don't know. Oliver Bjorkstrand, probably our best returning forward. Burakovsky. We got a decent forward. We got a pretty good forward group here with Benair, Wright, Bjorkstrand, Burakovsky, Eberle, Yanni Gord, Jaden Schwartz, Jared McCann, Ryan Donato, and then our top defenseman in terms of star ratings is Vince Dunn. So defensively, we're not great. So we've got some room for growth there. Same thing in goal. We got Grubauer and Dredger as our 2 goalies. We got Martin Jones too. So Jones and Grubauer look like going to be our 2 starting goalies, with Dredger. Looks like he's hurt. Defensively, we're not in good shape. But I think we have a pretty good offensive team. Some decent forwards to work with. A couple of young players to build around. Like these 2 are obviously going to be the core. Bjorkstrand and Burakovsky. Potentially we could work around them. Those are pretty substantial contracts that we dished out. There are, look at all these players making $5 million. Some of these are going to have to go the way of the dodo, so to speak. There's a ton our salary cap is at $90 million. So we're going to have some decisions to make before we even get started. Donskoy and Dredger are both hurt, so they can both be put on the injury list, which should help the salary. Okay, we're at $73 million. So I think we're okay from a financial perspective. Cap obligations. Right now, our cap is at $80 million. Next year, it drops down to 62. So Donskoy is a free agent. We're going to let him go. Morgan Geekie, I don't know. He's the kind of player that maybe you want to bring back. Pretty well-rounded. He's not great at anything, but good at everything. And this is one of the things I like the most, that you can hover over a particular role and it tells you which are the important skill sets. So as a screener, getting open, puck handling, shooting accuracy, face-offs, those are the ones that are not important. Excuse me. The ones in green are the ones that are important. So it's his screening role. So you can see the most important skill set for whatever rating you want to keep him in. So yeah, I mean, realistically, McCann is probably a trade option. I mean, he had a good year last year, 50 points, but $5 million, then $6 next year. Wenberg is another option to be traded. Eberle is only making 3.7 next year, so probably hang on to him. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money for some of the, especially when we are lacking defensive. Like, this is a terrible contract. Jamie Alexiak, it's an awful contract. So there's some bad contracts in here. I don't mind Adam Larson. A lot of money, but I love that defensive rating. But yeah, it's not good from a financial standpoint with some of these contracts. If we go to our depth chart, it shows Grubauer, Jones, Dredger, our top three forwards, our top three goalies, rather. Dunn and Schultz are our top two defensemen. Riker Evans, 20-year-old. He is our fifth best prospect right now. Probably right where he belongs with his ratings the way they are. Yeah, not a lot defensively. Will Borgen, again, I like the defensive ratings, so that's not terrible. Left wings, other than our two forwards, it's got right all the way down here, and that's because of his 1.5 rating. He may, I don't want to send him to the OHL because then we don't get him for the entire season. But that may be the right play this year. Yeah, we're not particular. We're okay on the right side. Burakovsky and Bjorkstrand and Eberle on the right. That's not terrible. Jacob Melanson is in the queue right now. He was drafted in the 5th round by the Kraken in 2021, and the game has him listed as a 4.5-star right wing, which I like. Right, Jagger Firkus, another forward right now with Moose Jaw. Yeah, we are stacked heavily on the side of offense, which I'm fine with, but again, it means defensively we are in rough shape. So we are on September 17th right now. I want to go in and make sure we have everything set here. We're gonna reject international job offers. When a player is available on waivers, a minimum of 3 stars. I hope the game has sorted out its waiver issue, because that was one of the problems with last year, was that there were invariably players on waivers that shouldn't have been there. When a player is injured and is out for at least a week. Yep, I like that. Scouting, setting training. Yep, we're going to handle all of this. Manage jersey numbers. We're going to let the assistant deal with that. News. No, I want to go here because I want to look at, where do we go for? I think we're going to get all. Yeah, we'll get news for all of this. National Hockey League, Seattle Kraken. Yeah, we'll get news for all that. Let's look at our staff. Let's look at our staff. We need to hire some scouts, I imagine. Looks like our goalie, Steve Breer, is very good at teaching goalies. Jay Leach, our defensive coach, really good at teaching defenders and good at prospects. That's fine. Dave Lowry's very good at forwards and prospects. Yep, Paul McFarland is very good there, and our trainer is great. So that's fantastic. Our staff is excellent right out of the chute. Let's look at scouting. So we need to hire some scouts. Yeah, we need to hire some scouts. So let's start with Canada. We want to scout potential. British Columbia. Udamveer Gill, absolutely want to hire him. And we hired him in British Columbia, which is out west. We want to get somebody in Quebec. So we can get the Q scouted. Low average. Yeah, there's nobody all that good. All right, that's fine, though. British Columbia, we just average. Manitoba's out west, too, right? Yeah, that's way up north. I just don't want to hire anybody super old. Gary Bennett, yeah, we can hire him. And Kurt Brownlee. So it appears as though I don't understand what this is doing now. Looks like this has changed a little bit. So this shows you where they're scouting. So this shows the overall scouting in these areas. Let's see if we can. This is not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Luke Quinn. It's not changing any of the ratings. That's what I'm concerned about here. George Mason. I wonder if it takes a tick, like if it takes a day for all this to kick in. Because none of these numbers have improved. So we got decent scouting in Sweden and Finland. That's the wrong Europe. Let's go here. Good, very good. That's Finland, right? Yeah. So we need Norway and then Central Europe. Which one's Norway? That's Norway. Yeah. Okay, so that did improve it, so that's good. I think maybe I can't invest more into my scouting right now. I think that's the problem. I think that might be the issue. We'll look in a second. So we definitely need to get somebody into Eastern Europe here, whether it's Poland specifically. I think we're okay in Russia, and we're okay in Czechia. Yeah, let's look. So we got good. That's Slovakia. Yeah, that'll work. Otto Heskat. That should kick all of those up. Cool. All right, so now if we go to finances, yeah, we forgot about these. So let's effect on scouting. Let's increase this changeable on the first of the month. All right, so I can't change any of these until the first of the month, but we will bump scouting up, team morale, and game promotion. So I think that's everything from a kickoff perspective. So we'll just sim ahead a day. Or 2 days, since we're on the 18th. Yeah, because it's not stopping because we haven't had any messages. So when's our next game? Our next preseason starts in 3 days. All right, so let's just get up to so we got to set the monthly budget, and that is when I think the finances will give us the opportunity to add more to our scouting. So yeah, a lot of the fundamental gameplay looks pretty similar, which is fine because one of the things I love about the franchise hockey manager series is just the user friendliness of how the game works, right? That's always been my biggest complaint with Eastside Hockey Manager. So franchise hockey manager does a great job with it. So Jesper Boakvist has not been sitting around doing nothing. Amazing strength, stick handling. Vancouver dealt Sheldon Dries to the Islanders for Corey Schneider and Andong Song. So that's a whole nothing deal. We got to set our captains. All right. Can I do that from here? That is where I do this from, right? Yeah. All right. So let's look at the mental ratings, leadership, team player. So it looks like that's temperament. So it looks like Jordan Eberle is going to be our captain. Adam Larson is going to be one of our assistants, and our other assistant will be whom? I think it's going to be Matty Bernier. Benier. I got to learn how to pronounce that right off the bat. I got to learn how to pronounce that. Matty Benier, I'm assuming, but I'll look it up. But yeah, he's got the ratings. Team player. He's a 15 leader, 17 temperament, 18 professionalism. So he will be our alternate captain too. It's time to set our lines, believe it or not. I can't believe we're at that point already. Action. Let's have them dress the player. So it doesn't want to dress Tanev or Carson Kuhlman. I don't know what I want to do with Shane Wright. Let's see how he does in the preseason, and then maybe we can make a decision at that point. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna have Tanev on the books for 3 years at $3.5 million, I feel like he should play. But given this is preseason, we'll go with Sprong. All right. I don't care. We'll let the AI create the lines here, but I do want to. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do this, let's just do this. Can Bjorkstrand play the left? He can. All right. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do this, let's just make it happen. I don't know that this. For the preseason, I don't care. So let's go ahead and we want to. I'm gonna go here because I don't want to watch the games right now. Okay. I don't want to watch any of the preseason games. I don't care about the preseason games. I think what we'll do is we'll get up to opening day and we'll show off the new the new graphics. And right off the bat, one of our best defensemen gets hurt because that's the way it is, and he's out for a long time. All right. So we have to now go to the Coachella Valley Firebirds and call up who? Oof. Matt Tennyson, I think. No. Brogan, well, Rafferty's not good offensively. Yeah, we're going to go Tennyson. And we're going to have to offer him a contract. Wait, why do we have to offer him a contract? He has a contract. Or is his contract with Coachella? It is. Okay. That's fine. He wants a no trade clause. Yeah, look at all of the new stuff. You add bonuses, which I think are really cool. He wants 2 years, and he's 32. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Just call up Kale Fleury. 13. Gustav Olofsson, I think. His defense is a little bit better. So we won. I mean, we won 3-2. Bjorkstrand had a couple of assists. Wenberg, Burakovsky with goals. Wenberg scored. All right. Brock Besser out for 3 weeks. Yeah, right now our payroll is okay, so let's just continue. All right, I have to put the new defenseman out there. And we'll set, obviously, yeah, I don't want him set as a screener. Obviously, we will set our lines and stuff once we get to the start of the regular season. So I'm really excited about this, guys. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and I hope you guys are excited to come along with me on this adventure of the Seattle Kraken. So we beat Tampa. I think we lost to the Bruins. Alex Wenberg is now hurt. All right. How long is he out for? Day to day. All right. We will replace him with Tanev. I know Tanev isn't necessarily a center, but I don't really care for the preseason. I mean, maybe I should. Eberle is a right wing. Schwartz is just a left wing, so that's not going to work. Let's see this. I think Donato can play center, right? Yeah, he can. All right. When's our first game? October 7th. All right. Let's get to setting the monthly budget because that's important. Yeah, so I think we get up to opening day. We'll set our lines. We will let the game sim opening day, and then we'll call it an episode. All right. Anything interesting? That's cool. Kyle Osterberg donating time and money to cancer research. Johnny Gaudreau out for 4 weeks. That's not good. Scouting, Connor Bedard is still the top projected player. We have to set the monthly budget on the 1st. We're not quite there yet. The more I think about it, unless Shane Wright put up some really good numbers in the preseason, I think we send him back to his OHL team this season. He's only 18 years old. No reason to rush him and stunt that development. We've got a couple of stud forwards, and we need them to be kind of at their peak, right? We need them to be the best they can be. All right, season ticket sales 12,384 in a 15,000 seat stadium. That is nice. We are up there in terms of season ticket holders or season tickets held. That's awesome. All right, monthly budgets. All right, so we want to put money here for sure. We want money to go into scouting. Let's bump team morale and let's bump. I think we're going to have people. Let's go no change because I don't think. Yeah, morale's or scouting is the important one. So I wonder now if we go to scouting. Yep, that's what I was hoping for, was that we would now see blue in all of these places that we were in yellow and green. That's what I was hoping for. So all right, cool. I don't think I need to make any more changes. Let's look at the free agent center real quick and see what we have available. We have a little bit of money for free agency. The cap space is there right now only because of our injured players. That's going to go away really quickly. Galchenyuk, Rocco Grimaldi, Brandon Peary. Joe Thornton is right now on a tryout with somebody. Yeah, not a whole lot here. Cody Franson, maybe? No. Not a lot going on from a defensive standpoint. What about RFAs? What about if we look at RFAs? Anybody there we might want to take a look at? Just Alex Formanton. No. Okay. All right, let's get up to waivers. Nathan McKinnon had 13 points in the preseason. All right, injured or suspended player. That's Jared McCann is day-to-day with a finger injury. We will replace him with Wenberg, who's back. Let's get to the fourth. What do I got going on? Wenberg almost ready. What do I need to respond to? I don't see anything here that I need to respond to. Oh, there's also an option as you get closer to the end of the season that I recall that you can tell players to, or you can make the decision on whether or not a player will battle through an injury. So you don't have those players who, suffer a sprained toe and miss game 7 of the, Western Conference Finals or whatever. So that's pretty cool. All right, so player development, this is important. Justin Janicki, he's with Notre Dame right now. Matty Benier, looks like he got better. Will Borgen, Vince Dunn, Shane Wright got better. Still only 1.5 stars, though. I was hoping for a little more development, so I think he's going to go down. I don't like that defense. He's going to get eaten alive at an NHL level right now. So let's get to waivers again. Oh, and I also want to take a look, not that we can do anything with it right now. I want to take a look at the players that we don't have under contract. Those are players that we'll want to sign. I have some unread. Oh, this is just saying I have some unread messages. Not that I need to actually actively do anything. But if we go to unsigned. Okay, so Mellinson's unsigned and Furcus are unsigned. Both of those guys are unsigned, and those are pretty important targets. But Mellinson through 2023. So we're going to have to sign Mellinson next year. And Janicki, we still have for a couple of years. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, this is somebody I want to bring on. Obviously, he's just not anywhere close to ready yet. So that's okay. All right, so it's the third. We need to get to the fourth. There's something about the layout of the game. The actual, I don't know if it's a font change or a font size change or what, but I like some of the new, I like the way it looks. I just like the way it looks. All of your players who are not waiver exempt and currently in your farm team will be placed on waivers so that their minor league assignment. Okay, I don't think I care about any of these players, truthfully. Jesper Fruden, Poganski, former Bruin Cameron Hughes. Cole Lind is meh. Cale Fleury and Alexander True. Okay, so we are at waivers now, so let's go to waivers. If I can I always forget where waivers are. It's Not here. It's... I always forget where it is. Always forget. There it is. But that's just my waivers. That's not everybody's waivers. League home? I always forget where waivers are. I can never remember. Upcoming free agents? Those are just my upcoming free agents. Home, where is it? It's gonna make me nuts. There it is. Transactions. All right. So our upcoming free agents, a lot of big names on here. I suspect the majority of these players are going to be re-signed. But there are some nice young names on here that potentially could be, I don't know what's going to happen with Rupe Hintz, Timo Meyer. There's some potential in Larkin. I imagine most of the big names will be on here, but let's look at waivers. There's nobody on waivers. Okay. I think we just skipped through today. Once this kicks over to the 5th, I should have a bunch of players on waivers. The game's also prompted to stop if there's a player that's at least 3 stars on waivers. So there you go. So we got Nicholas Bodin, who isn't a bad option, but again, I don't really need another offensive mind. I need defensive-minded defenseman. Jack Studnicka is on waivers. Elias Anderson, Cholowski. Yeah. Not that I don't need another forward, but Jack, of course, in real life traded to Vancouver about a week and a half ago at this point. Fabian Zetterlund. Cholowski's not a terrible option. He's not very good defensively, though. That's the problem. Two-way. His defensive read is okay. It's a 13. Cam Dineen? No. Kyle Clegg? Only a 13. Pierre-Olivier Joseph. Don't look particularly good either. A lot of 2.5 stars, but most of them are forwards. Bodin makes the most sense, but he's just really, he's only 22. The scouting is, I can't remember what the big number and the little number means. One of them is scouting accuracy, and the other one is I think it's the first number is the accurate. The first number is the volatility, and the second number, I believe, is the scouting. The first number is the accuracy. The second number is the volatility in that accuracy, I believe. I can't remember. I'm sure one of you guys watching will be able to tell me. Yeah, it's not really. Cholowski, I don't mind. Alexiev looks, all right. Joey Anderson, not even Josh. I guess let's put in a claim on Cholowski and see how that goes. All right, let's get to opening night. And that's kind of what I was hoping. I was hoping there wouldn't be any elite players on waivers. Bodin wasn't bad, but at 1.5 stars, he wasn't going to play for us. So ultimately we would, not end up playing him, or he would go to, we would have to expose him to waivers, which I guess we could. We could expose him to waivers, and nobody picked him up. We could send him down to our minors, and we could develop him in our system. But all right, Max McCormick was claimed. Oh, Max Jones is hurt. He's day to day. McCann had it. Yeah, a lot of players claimed. So we did get Chalowski. We did claim Chalowski. Season preview. Edmonton and Toronto and Calgary. Carolina's a dark horse. Scoring race, Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, and Matthews. Top defensemen, Makar, Yossi, and Hedman. Goaltenders, Freddie Anderson, Igor Shesterkin, and Vasilevsky as expected. Let's continue. Players need to be assigned numbers. I told my, I don't care. I told my assistants to handle that. When's my next game? The 12th. All right, let's get up to 12th then. I think the NHL, and I can't even remember, it was a month ago and I can't even remember, but I believe the NHL played a couple of games in Germany or in Ireland or something like that. I can't remember. So their season starts before everybody else, but it looks like Nashville beats the Sharks 3-0. Yep, Carrier, Fabro. So they split. That's interesting. Each team played a different goalie in each game. I like that. All right. Oh, Keaton Middleton. And trades are something that's going to happen, just not going to happen right now. It's not saying, if you guys have watched my videos before, you know that's something I don't like to do right off the bat, is just make a ton of trades. We're just going to sort of see how the season plays out. And, we'll make deals as it makes sense. If we start out the season, 1-10 or something ridiculous, and, we want to start making some deals to clear some cap space and to bring in some draft pick stuff. And the one thing that I think is pretty cool, I don't know if you noticed this when we were looking at the depth chart, but it does actually have the proper draft picks for the Kraken, for every team, presumably. So it looks like Jeff and the guys at FHM went in and added all of the deals that were made. If you look at our depth chart, you can see we have Toronto's second, we have 2 fourths, we have Washington's 6th. Next season, we have Toronto's 3rd and Calgary's 7th. So does a nice job of adding that in. So we have 4 picks in the top 3 rounds, which is awesome. And the game simmed ahead through our first game. Well, that was disappointing. All right, well, we have to make some changes here. I wish it hadn't done that. I simmed up to our first game. Yeah, we lost our first game. All right, that's fine. That is fine. That happens. That happens. All right, so we are going to, how did Shane Wright do in the preseason? Can I see that? Game by game? Yeah, here's the game by game ratings. Not bad, actually. I mean, 60s. I still think we need to be smart about this. This is a long-term thing. So Shane Wright is going to go back to Kingston. We're 0-1, and that's fine. We need to call up. We have how many defensemen? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 defensemen, and I think we need to call up one more forward. So who's going to get called up? I don't like calling up players who are really bad defensively, and a lot of these guys are, we'll call it Coland. He's at 12 defensively. That's good enough. All right, let's get to Seattle. We lost our first game 4-1, by the way. So we didn't have our roster set, and that's, I guess, on me, but I did tell it to just sim ahead to the next game, and it didn't. So everything in the third period was 0-0 going into the fourth. Trevor Zegras with a couple of goals. We had a goal from Dunn. Then Drysdale and Lunestrom score for them. All right, so we have our 23 players on our roster. So let's go ahead and clear the lines. All right, so Grubauer is our number 1. Jones is our number 2. Our top line center is going to be Benier. He will be flanked, I think, by Borkstrand and Burakovsky, because they can both play the left and the right. Our second line center will be Yanni Gord. He's more of a defensive guy, so I think it's going to be Wenberg. Yeah, Wenberg will be our second line center. Gord will be our third line center. We'll have Jaden Schwartz. I don't know, Jared McCann maybe on that second line. Because neither of them can play the left side, so I think maybe we do this. McCann and Schwartz like that. I think that splits the lines out a little bit better. Eberle on that third line with Tanev. And then Geeky will center the fourth line with Sprong and Ryan Donato. Let's make sure their roles are set the way we want. Jared McCann. Yeah, I'm fine with a counter-attacking forward for him. Sniper playmaker. His defensive ratings weren't terrible, so I think we go like that. I don't want 3 counter-attacking forwards. We're going to change McCann to a sniper. Two-way forward, Bjorkstrand 14 as a sniper power forward. Two-way forward, aggressive forecheck, and Eberle. That's fine. Back checking forward. And then our fourth line. Okay, we're fine there. Donato. It's fine. And Daniel Sprong is more of an offensive guy, right? Yeah, so we'll make him a sniper. All right, and then defensively, we will go Dunn on the left with, I think Larson. He's got that 16 defense, which I like. Dunn. Let's make him a mobile guy. Alexiak will be on the second line with, I guess, Carson Soucy. This is really bad. And then Borgen and Olofsson. No, Borgen and Cholowski. In fact, I think Cholowski probably goes there. And we'll leave those guys the way they are. All right, so shootouts. So we're going to go Burakovsky. We're going to go Bjorkstrand. We are going to go Benier, Wenberg, and 1, 2, 3, 1 McCann, I guess. Extra attackers will be him and him. Power play. So again, we'll go McCann on the left. Put him there as well. Benier, and then we have Burakovsky on the top line? We did. All right. Burakovsky. With Dunn at the point and Eberle. So we can go 4 forwards on that line. And then we've got Bjorkstrand, Wenberg, and Schwartz with, I think we're going to go Cholowski. And who's going to be the 4th forward on that power play? Sprong? Yeah, Sprong. We'll do the same thing 5-on-3. Yeah, we're not a very deep team, so this is obviously not going to be ideal, but we will make it work. Power play 4-on-3. We'll go Bernier and Burakovsky. Where Burakovsky from? And then here we'll go Schwartz and Wenberg. On a 4-on-3, though, we will do this. We will do that. PK. I don't know who our best defensive forwards are. Let's look. Positioning. So Alexiev, Tanev, Wenberg. Okay, so Tanev and Wenberg is our top defensive pairing. Wenberg and Tanev. Then we've got Gord and Geeky, I guess. And then let's go back and look at defensive ratings again. Adam Larson and Alexiak on that top pairing. So Schwartz and McCann. Okay. Schwartz and McCann. And then we're going to go Alexiak and Larson. They're going to log a heavy time on the power play. And then that second pairing, I guess, is going to be Susie and Dunn. Ugh. And then Borgen and Chalowski. So on the 5-on-3, it'll be Tanev, Wenberg, Alexiak, Larson, Susie, Dunn, Larson. Yeah, we need to do something about our defense situation pretty quickly, I think. 4-on-4s. So we'll go Benier and Burakovsky. Say it right, Burakovsky. And then Wenberg and McCann, I think. And then we'll go Dunn, Larson. Then we will go Chalowski and Alexiak. And then 3-on-3. 2 forwards and a defenseman. Dunn and Larson there. Goalie starts. All right, so we are going to lock the settings, and we're going to use these. So we are going to start the hottest. Nope. Always start goalies in back-to-back games. We're not going to always start a goalie. Backup starter frequency will be a 3. Stick with the starter during the playoffs. I don't know yet. I don't think it's going to matter. We'll put that on 2. We will put that on 2. And we'll put that on 2. All right. So let's go ahead and save so that I don't forget. And we are going to sim a game here. So we got to get back into manager mode and show the game. So let's I think, yeah, here we go. Play game. All right. So this all looks the same. It's got our lines. Same stuff here. So it's got the cards, the baseball cards. And we will play the game. And let's view speed, fast, quick seems fast, full. We'll go highlights. Sound will be on low. That's right, they got text to speech. We aren't going to do on-ice decisions or manual line changes. I'm not interested in any of that. We aren't going to do the in-game feedback responses right now. We aren't going to stop at game stops. And let's go. And they score 5 seconds into the game. Drew Doughty from Kopitar and Jersey. That's not good. All right. Holding on Sean Walker, so we go on the power play. Nothing doing. Anze Kopitar goes for interference. And they get another goal with 9 seconds left. Alex Edler from Anderson Dolan and Kaliev. So not a good start to this one. Jones gives up 2 goals on 13 shots. Second period underway. Our third power play, that kills that 9 seconds in. Opportunity for us. We do get a goal. Ryan Donato from Chalowski and Sprong. So our fourth line gets it done. Adam Larson, a 2-minute bench minor. Okay, so they have, we get a shorty. We get a shorty just like that. Brandon Tanev from Wenberg and Alexiak. So we get this game tied up as we go to the third period. So goals from Donato and Tanev. Jones now 21 out of 23. We go to the third. Quentin Byfield goes for slashing, so we got another man advantage. Fiala goes for holding. That's the end of our power play. Kempe goes for holding. Ooh, opportunity for the Kings, shorthanded, and they get a shorty of their own. Blake Lizotte from Iafallo and Edler. We're down 3-2 with 9 minutes left. And that will do it. We lose 3-2 to the Kings. I think we can go out, yeah. All right, so we're 0-2. Doughty and Edler scored in the first. We get goals from Donato and Tanev in the second. Lizotte scores in the third. Good games from McCann, Bjorkstrand, Burakovsky. Benier played a good defensive game, 79 rating defensively from our 19-year-old center, but he was a -2. Lost 11 of 27 He took 27 faceoffs. Lost 11 of them, or lost 16 of them rather. All right, so we lose that game 2-0, or 3-2 rather. So we're 0-2. And that's going to do it here for episode 1, guys. Episode 2, I'm going to come back probably, I don't know, beginning of November. I'll just sim through the rest of October. I don't plan on it taking too long before I come back with another episode, maybe a day. I'll probably record another video tomorrow when I have some time, post it Thursday. But I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 episodes to get through a season. So we'll kind of see what that looks like. So I'll come back maybe November 1st. We'll do the month of November and the month of December. I'll skip January. I'll do January offline. We come back and do February, which is the trade deadline. That would be episode 3. And then sim through the end of the regular season after the deadline, and then do the playoffs in episode 4. I think that probably makes sense. But let me know if you want to see faster, you want to see it slower, if you want to see more detail, you want to see less detail, let me know. But that's going to do it, guys. So once again, please drop the video a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you haven't already. And I'll talk to everybody in a couple of days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.